Yes, Andy. David Moyes has been manager for Manchester United for a month, roughly now. 2 losses, 3 preseason games, not really good. No great additions. What's your view on the first weeks of the new manager?
The Moyes out campaign is starting amongst some supporters already. I don't think the results are important, that's the first thing. United's pre-season on the pitch is about getting back to full fitness. Every player who does a pre-season will tell you that you start from almost zero at the beginning of July and you don't reach full fitness until about 6 weeks into the season. And United are playing teams who have been playing together. The Japanese team Yokohama, they're third in the Japanese league, which isn't a weak league, and they've been playing together all season. They're at full fitness, so I wouldn't read too much into the results at all. Pre-season games are a chance to give younger players a chance to blood new signings. I've spoken to several United players and they said that Wilfried Zaha is settling in well, for example, and I'm sure fans would like to see more new players, and there's been a lot of speculation about who United want to sign, and quite a bit of frustration that United haven't signed anybody, especially when fans look at Manchester City, for example, spending almost £100 million and bringing all these players in. I'm not too worried. I think that Moyes is a very good manager. He has impressed me so far. I'm not going to start judging him when he hasn't played a single competitive match. If you ask me the question after six games and United have lost all 6, then I'm going to have a stronger opinion. But we're in pre-season. He's inherited a team of league champions. I think he knows what he wants. United have got money, no doubt about it. United have got a lot of money to spend on players. The problem is spending it, because the type of players they want, one, they cost a lot of money, which isn't so much the issue. But a player like Cesc Fabregas, Barcelona do not want to sell him to Manchester United. So you can't just pick up a player like Fabregas very easily. I spoke to a lot of staff at the club about David Moyes, and they're quite impressed by him. One thing he did was he got all the staff together at Carrington and he spoke to everybody, and he was very honest, and he talked about how humble he was and how in awe he was of the job when Sir Alex Ferguson asked him to go to his house. And you can read into that 2 ways. You can say this is a man out of his depth, or a man who's being completely honest, because anyone who followed Sir Alex Ferguson knew the magnitude of the job. I spoke to players who worked with him at Everton, like Kevin Kilban. They spoke really well of him. In fact, I've barely heard a bad word about him as a person, and I spoke to United players on this tour, on and off the record, and they're very, very positive about Moyes. It's all about results. Simple as that. United will have to be winning trophies, and if not, then questions will start to be asked. You look at City, they've got a very good manager in Manuel Pellegrini. I've interviewed him several times in Spain. He's a very bright fella. His teams play good football. Chelsea with Mourinho. Mourinho's a winner, so it's going to be tougher for United. But there's a good squad there. I think, like every United fan, I'd love to see an attacking midfielder come in. You know, Fabregas is the perfect signing. He's 26 years old. He's very close to being a world-class footballer, and he's sending out a signal to United saying that he's interested in coming. I'm still not convinced that he will do, because Barcelona simply do not want to sell him and are not under any financial pressure. So Moyes, so far so good. Don't worry too much about the results, but start to worry about the results if we're having this same conversation in October and United are 15th in the table. But they won't be. It's as simple as that. There's too many good players at Old Trafford, and hopefully, and I'm pretty confident that before the end of August there'll be new players coming in. Still a long time, still a lot of speculation, still a lot of time for people to go, what's happening? But look at it beforehand. Dimitar Berbatov came in right at the last minute, and there have been several other players who've come in right at the end of August, and I think that might be the case. And now, and maybe 1 or 2 players leaving as well.